Okay, so you know that feeling,
Mm.
right? An idea sparks, or you know you should do that thing you've been putting off.
Mm-hmm.
But then nothing happens. The moment just passes, maybe doubt kicks in, and you're stuck again.
Yeah, absolutely. That inertia.
Exactly. And if you've ever thought, I just wish there was a simple trick, like a mental switch for those moments,
Yeah, yeah.
well, you might find this interesting.
Definitely. Because today we're doing a deep dive based on a source one of you sent us. It's the Amazon page for the audiobook The 5-Second Rule by Mel Robbins.
Right. Transform your life, work, and confidence with everyday courage. Big promises.
They are. And our mission today is basically to unpack that. What is the 5-second rule according to this source? What's it supposed to do for you?
And crucially, what are people saying about it? We want to get a feel for why it connects with so many just by looking at this Amazon page info and the customer feedback there.
Yep, trying to get straight to the practical insights, efficiently.
So the source itself is that product page. We've got the title, the author Mel Robbins. It's an Audible audiobook.
And importantly, tons of customer reviews and ratings. Real feedback.
Okay, let's get right into it then. The core concept. What is this rule? Based on the description on the page, it sounds almost too simple.
It really does. The idea is you get an instinct, an urge to act towards a goal, something you want or need to do. You immediately count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then you physically move. You take action.
So the countdown is key. It's like a launch sequence.
Kinda, yeah. The thinking seems to be that it interrupts your brain's default patterns. The ones that throw up roadblocks, excuses, fear.
Ah, okay, so it stops the overthinking before it starts.
That's the idea presented. The description talks about a push moment, that instant you feel the impulse to act.
A push moment, okay.
And the book positions the 5-second rule as the tool you use in that moment to, well, push yourself forward before your mind kills the impulse.
It's like catching that little wave of motivation before it disappears.
Exactly. It suggests you're bypassing the hesitation cycle. That initial instinct might be your intuition or aligned with your bigger goals. Right. And the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 basically gives that instinct priority over the fear or the analysis paralysis that can kick in fractions of a second later.
And they mention the science of habits being involved somehow.
Yeah, they do. It suggests it's not just a gimmick, but it taps into how habits are formed. Maybe viewing that 5-second countdown in action as creating a new neural pathway.
Like a micro habit of acting on your intentions.
Precisely. That push moment is fragile, the book seems to say. This rule is about protecting that initial spark.
Interesting. And the page mentions some pretty impressive reach, doesn't it? Like
Yeah.
millions watching her TEDx talk.
Yeah, over 8 million, it says. And also that leaders in, major companies are apparently using it for things like productivity, collaboration.
Wow, okay, so it's definitely spread far and wide. It suggests it hits a common pain point.
It seems like it. That struggle to just start. So what are the promised benefits? The description lists quite a few.
Yeah, I saw that. Things like becoming more confident, breaking habits like procrastination and self-doubt, beating fear and uncertainty,
Pretty big claims.
stopping worry, feeling happier, sharing your ideas with courage. I mean, it sounds like a cure-all almost.
It definitely paints a picture of a very versatile tool. So, okay, that's the promise. What about the reality according to the people who've listened to it? The customer reviews.
Right, the feedback. Let's dig into that.
Yeah.
There were definitely some strong positive themes coming through.
Like what?
Well, a lot of people mentioned the inspirational content, that really empowering, motivating. The stories shared really seemed to hit home.
Okay, so it's connected emotionally.
Yeah, like this one quote, started amazing, already using the rule and making fantastic changes in my life. That's pretty immediate.
That is quick feedback. What else?
The simplicity. This came up again and again. People loved how easy it was to understand and, crucially, to actually do.
Right, no complex steps, just count and move.
Exactly. One person said, the rule itself is simple, and the examples Robbins supplies speak for themselves. That simplicity seems like a huge draw, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Low barrier to entry. If something's easy to try, you're more likely to actually try it. Makes sense.
And maybe the most important positive point, effectiveness. Loads of reviews said it just plain worked for them.
Worked for what specifically?
Overcoming procrastination, mostly. Breaking bad habits. There was one person just yelling in caps, "This is so powerful!"
Haha. Okay. Strong reaction.
And another mentioned using it to stop biting their nails after, like, 40 years.
Wow, okay. That's a specific, tangible result. That kind of thing definitely makes you pay attention.
Totally. People also like the story quality. The personal anecdotes made it relatable.
Yeah, stories stick with you more than just instructions.
And finally, just praise for the 5-second rule itself. People saying, I love the 5-second rule, feeling it was practical, potentially life-changing. Can't wait to start following my heart more, one said.
So the core mechanism really seems to resonate with a lot of users.
It does. But it wasn't all positive, of course. The reviews definitely flagged some issues, particularly with the book's presentation.
Okay, let's hear the other side. What were the main criticisms?
One area was word quality, or readability. Opinions were split. Some found it clear, others not so much. Annoying, some said. Too much like an ad.
How so?
A specific complaint that popped up was about social media posts being embedded in the text. People found it jarring, broke the flow.
Ah, okay. I could see how that might feel disruptive if you're trying to read or listen smoothly.
Yeah. And the other big one, repetition. This came up a lot.
Repetitive how? Like explaining the rule over and over.
That and apparently just tons of testimonials and examples almost on every page, according to some reviews. People felt it was padded, unnecessarily long, even boring because of it.
Okay, so stretching a simple concept perhaps a bit too thin for some readers' tastes.
Seems like it. One reviewer literally said, I can agree with everyone else who noted that this book is unnecessarily repetitive.
Got it. So pulling it all together,
Yeah.
what's the synthesis here?
Well, it seems like there's a real divide, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You've got strong criticism about the book's style, the
Yeah.
repetition, the structure, the filler.
Bye-bye.
But on the other hand, you have equally strong, consistent praise for the rule itself, the actual 5-4-3-2-1 technique. People saying it's simple, it works, it helps them take action, builds confidence.
So the core idea has merit for many, even if the delivery wasn't perfect for everyone.
Exactly. And for you, the listener, especially if you're looking for actionable insights without wading through, tons of theory.
This core concept, the 5-second rule, seems like something you can extract pretty easily. It's presented as a very direct, practical tool.
Right. Easy to grasp, easy to try. It bypasses a lot of complexity.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's wrap up this deep dive. We've looked at the 5-second rule countdown, 5-4-3-2-1, then move. Interrupt the hesitation.
We touched on the benefits, claimed confidence, less procrastination, managing fear, all that.
And we dove into the customer feedback. The good, the bad, the repetitive. Lots of love for the rule's simplicity and effectiveness.
Alongside critiques of the book's writing and structure.
So the final thought for you to chew on. Given how simple this rule is and hearing how it's apparently worked for others, what's one tiny thing, maybe one small area in your life right now, where you could actually try it out, just as an experiment?
Yeah, what's that one action you've been hesitating on? Could a quick 5-4-3-2-1 actually give you that little nudge you need?
It costs nothing to try, right? See what happens. Observe the immediate effect, if any.
Could this super simple trick actually be a useful tool in your own toolkit? Something to think about.